After waiting for decades and being on the Western Cape's housing waiting list, hundreds of beneficiaries are expected to become homeowners today. The Provincial Human Settlements Department is unveiling the new Woodlands Farm 694 project in Cape Town. More than 400 former backyard dwellers and informal settlement dwellers will be moving in today. Our reporter Natalie Malgas is there to give us a sense of what we're seeing and hearing. Good morning, Natalie.
Morning, Dudu. So there is a very official unveiling happening right now with that program underway. But on the periphery of all of that very serious stuff, there's a lot of excitement. There are residents who've moved in just this week, about 20 of them, who are already telling me this has been a long time in the making. They've been waiting. There have been many delays. There's been some contractor disputes. COVID interrupted the construction of this particular project. And finally, they get to move in with their furniture and their families. I'm actually joined by one of those housing beneficiaries, Natalie, who moved in just this Thursday. Natalie, the long wait on the housing waiting list, and then finally you get to unlock the doors to your own home. How are you feeling?
Well, at the moment, morning first of all, I feel very ecstatic. I feel overwhelmed and happy because I'm officially a homeowner and a beneficiary, and having to be living in this area for about 38 years and having my own home and opening the door, unveiling the locking of it was my mom, which I had the privilege to have as well, with my parents being with me.
Being on the housing waiting list for some time, was there any fear when you heard the construction was delayed and COVID interrupted the building project and then there was disputes with the contractors? Was there any fear that this wasn't going to materialize?
Well, to be honest with you, if you think positive all the way, I mean, never have a negative attitude, always think positive. And for me, it was, I need to wait, and with the Almighty above me and, looking down on me as well. I mean, it was just a go for me. So positivity all the way for me.
When you moved into your home, give us a picture of what it is. How many bedrooms? Are you still getting used to your neighbors? Do you even have neighbors? I understand only 20 people moved in this week. Are you still getting used to this particular block, or are you already well settled?
Well, I'm well settled in. I've got a 2-bedroom semi, which, I mean, it's for me because that is my palace at the end of the day. It's my home. It's my joy. So I'll make the most of it. And the community surrounding me at the moment is people I grew up in the area with. So for me, it's nothing that is not going to be a new thing. There's maybe 1 or 2 faces that is unknown, but the rest of them, we're a family and we stand together as well as a community and unity as well.
I love that idea that you stand together as a community, because what we're hearing from the officials is that there are former backyard dwellers, people who used to live in informal settlements in the Kosovo community particularly, all coming together here. In fact, it's largely been touted as Cape Town's almost second District 6. Do you get that feeling that there are people from different backgrounds and ethnicities calling this spot home?
Well, it is home. For me, from Thursday, when unveiling and locking open my door was popping the champagne, which is unalcoholic first of all, it was a wow, and it was a big wow for me. So, for me, it is, like they call District 6, this is going to be the second one. So we're going to make it happen, and it's going to work.
Thank you so much, Natalie, Dudu, one of 20 residents who moved in just this week. Today we're hearing with the unveiling a further little over 100 people will be moving in today, and over the next few weeks more than 430 people will be moving in a staggered approach, just to make sure that everyone is well accommodated and that everything plays out without a hitch. As we mentioned a little earlier, this project did undergo some delays. The COVID pandemic interrupted the construction. There were some disputes with the contractors who were handling this process. For many of the beneficiaries who get to unlock these doors and move in and call this place home, as Natalie said, it's her palace. It was a great relief that it all came together, and that before Christmas.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Natalie Malgas. We'll touch base with you a little bit later on.